Quick question for you. Is this your Rolls Royce?
Yeah, yes, sir.
What do you do for a living?
I am a social observer and a content creator on YouTube. What I do actually is I study people, behaviors, patterns, life stages, life decisions, routines, social interactions, habits, and study people, and I listen to them and I create life stories and teachings and I put them on the internet. And this is how I create my content. I get inspired from daily stories, daily things that happen in people's life, and how we behave. And take, for example, the walking. You sit on a bench and you study people, how they walk. And the way they walk, you can feel their vibration, their attitude, their self-confidence. And there are many observations you can have, and you can interpret them, and you can see if you can approach them to sell them something, to take a contact with them, or they refuse you just through the way they walk, or if they are healthy or not through the way they walk. And this is observation, social observation. And another idea is never repeat the same mistakes other people done in life. You learn from them, but you never repeat them. You have to do other mistakes, other lessons, never repeat the same mistakes millions and millions of people did before you. This is stupid, but if you are smart enough, you can avoid some big things happening in your life that you will not like.
Yeah? How did you get rich? Like, how old were you when you became a millionaire?
I became a millionaire at 43 years old through YouTube, content creation, and selling ideas. Since child, I knew I discovered I had imagination. I was very creative. I've painted like Picasso style, and later I wrote articles in newspapers. And in 2020, I decided I will start a YouTube channel and work for this YouTube channel until I will become a millionaire, and then continue. And after 25 years of trying to monetize somehow this creativity, after 25 years of working, failing, trying, failing, I made my first million.
What is the most amount of money that you've made in a single year?
I will tell you because I know you. I'm watching you on the internet, and I'm telling you, last year I've made $500,000 net through advertising, commercials, other activities. This was my half a million. But it's not about the money. It's not about the number. It's about the goal, achieving a goal, milestone, like I said, because before 40 I already had 2 properties. I achieved most of my goals, and it's not about the money. This is a milestone, result of my actions. I knew one day these results will come because I worked very hard. I had a plan. With steps, with saving plan, with everything was calculated, mindset. Since I was very young, I've learned books, how to behave, how to be a successful rich man, how to think, how to be grateful, how to help others. And I'm practicing this. All 20 years I started practicing these things. And now it's just a moment in life that I reach this milestone of having the potential of doing more. I live below my means. I've dressed very simple, and money is not so important, the number. Because after an age, you realize you don't need $500,000, you don't need $1 million. You don't need to be extraordinarily rich. You will realize, you came to this conclusion that you will need more time, permanent cash flow, a weekly cash flow, a monthly cash flow, some sources of money, and that's enough. The rest is timing, it's organization, time management, life management, the people you spend time with. You select your friends, you select the people that mentorship you, that inspire you, that you work with, your partners, and the people you help. And like I said, after an age, you realize money is not important, not the amount of money. It's what you can do with what you have and how to multiplicate the things and the money and the opportunities, and change the world. Why not change the world?
It's amazing.
Did you come from a lot of money?
I come from a normal family. My parents and grandparents were not rich, were not poor. We all work hard. I remember my grandparent was selling eggs at the market, was selling agricultural products to make some extra money. Also, they told me that selling garlic, they paid the mortgage for their first car that my dad drove for 35 years old. I remember being a kid, I sold my toys and invest in some stocks. And this was the first lessons of my life. Since 7 years old, I was selling things in school. Then I grew up, I sold all kind of things of selling. I have an inclination of selling things. And I decided, imagine I stayed until 40 years old. I stayed in my parents' house, although I already owned 2 properties before I became rich, before I became millionaire. I decided to stay with my parents because I was a tourist at home. Just came late in the day, just sleep through night, and at 4 or 5 a.m. go to work, and then all day entire work, create. And not being married, not having kids, I decided that's better for me to stay in my parents' house and focus on investing and savings. And those were the lessons. There were tough times, like I said before. We work to learn things, we work for food, we work for creating connections, we work anything, even very high effort working things, just to acknowledge some information and to make some contacts and to be in some opportunities, some circles, which this mindset today is no longer available. People and young people don't think this way. And this is pity bit, because you never know which doors are opening through a connection to someone you know. Even being a valuable man with a beautiful character, people can recommend you if they know you. If you have a working place, there are only 2 places where I work until now, 20 years of working, and it was through a recommendation. These kind of jobs you cannot find on marketplace or internet website, just through people, to knowing people, and they recommend you because you're an honest guy, a working guy, and this way you can build a future. Same with investments, same with trading, service, buying things or trading things. People recommend you, people come to you because they know you have money and you could have the possibility to invest, you're honest, or lend money from you, and everything is worth on recommendation and the people you know.
You gotta focus, and honestly, you gotta rely on God, because it takes a ton of hard work, a little bit of luck, but it takes a lot of love from somebody upstairs for you to make it.
So you do believe in God?
God is very important in my life. I grew in a Christian family with Christian values. I had experiences with God. I saw Him working in my life, even some healing experiences with God. Healed me, and He helped me every day with ideas, with creativity. He protects me. I had many experiences, tough experiences, and there is a verse in the Bible who said, you love me because I love you first. And somehow God has chosen us to believe in Him, because not everybody has the chance and the opportunity to meet the teachings of Christianity and meet God and have a, let's say, a relationship with God. And this is what I have 40 years of living, and I've experienced this belief in God, and He is answering prayers, He is helping us, this way we can make good, help others, and also practice 10%, at least 10% you have to give. It's an exercise, a money exercise. Make good, and God never remain in debt to you. God's always return your favor. The more good you do, the more God is helping you back, and you can do more good and God will help you. There is an unwritten law of giving and helping, and this is the amazing thing in Christianity and believing in God and Jesus Christ and Holy Spirit, and I'm very grateful for the conditions I have and this experience, life experience I have until now.
Right now, take me back to the most life-changing conversation you ever had, from all the people you've met, the friends, the mentors you've had.
I live and I grew in a very small city, very, very small. I didn't have access to mentorship or to people with money or conferences about money. And there was this guy, Burkash, and I went in the nearest town, 100 kilometers, and he said something there: count your money, count your money, count the money you made last year, count the money you've earned in the last 5 years, count the money you will make probably this year, and view the macro view and to manage them. Count your money for the next 5 years, and this way, with discipline, you would preserve some of money, your savings, investments. You have a vision about the future if you work as hard as you work today. And this count your money made me take some bank debts, make some investments, calculate every cent, every dollar, every euro, calculate somehow every money, because I knew the money I was making, knew how to manage them, everything, living on a budget. Every dollar I know where it goes. And this was the conversation probably that changed my life. Count your money. You must know how much money you earn, how much money you spend, how much money you make, how much money you will make if you invest right.